Good afternoon guys, James here from Sunseeker Southampton down in the shipyards in Poole today, and we're going to have a look around a Sunseeker 76 yacht. This is boat 188, she's a 2022 model just out of the factory here behind me. She is available for this season as of April 22, so just spin round and you can see her in all her glory. Fresh out of the factory this one, looking really spectacular here down at the Sunseeker showcase at the shipyards. Just having a look around the outside here, see we've got rail white finish on the hull with a black boot top, classic Sunseeker finish there just above the waterline. Lovely big glass windows. You can see several of the tours on my channel of these models, so we know them well. Hugely successful 73 Manhattan leading into the 75 and now this lovely 76. She's the optional aft galley arrangement. And we'll do the full tour today, having a look around all the big areas, both inside and outside the yacht. So we'll start up forward here, walk down the side deck. You can see really a full expanse, this huge glass window that runs almost from the deck level right up above. If I spin the camera around, you can just see in relation to me how high that glass is. Fantastic for letting the light in downstairs, and we'll have a look when we go inside shortly. So we've got optional teak side decks here running all the way around onto the bows. Side door incorporated into the starboard side here, which feeds into the lower helm itself. And up onto the foredeck we can see the lovely Portuguese bow arrangement here with the split sun pads that run right to the outboard surfaces. Big storage lockers underneath the cushion area here on both sides, so room for paddle boards, fenders, etc. And a great compromise with seating, social space, the sunbathing areas as well, to use it all at once. Just come round up forward and take it in from a different angle. This particular boat's finished in a Diamante premium upholstery, so beautiful silver platinum colour. And the optional hardtop up top there as well. This particular one, say, very clinical in its white rail finish. We could paint the roof or add some detailed hull wrap on the top of the coach roof here if you wanted to give a different look to the boat itself. So just head back down this side. You can see we've got deck lockers. And we'll go up and do the Flybridge. So back in the cockpit here, notice just as we come down the side, you can see we've got optional side gate access. Handy if you're going out onto concrete quayside alongside the boat. Aft locker here. See we've got room for fender storage or paddle boards and what have you. There's the option for a beach club arrangement in here, so this structure in the middle here would have a seat and then a drop out barbecue above it. We've got a lift up shower on this side, and this side is the crew. Some of these jobs easier to do with two hands. So we just step down in the back. Very much an owner operator size here. So this space could be configured as an additional guest cabin, or you've got room as configured from standard here with the double. There's an option to put a third bunk up here if you're running with 3 crew. These are the canopy storage bags. You can see we've got a few additional cushions here from up on the Flybridge. Quite a versatile space in here. So this particular one's spec'd out with the Miele washing machine, tumble dryer above, a little wardrobe in here. Everything included obviously on a Sunseeker, from the hose and what have you there. So we've got additional refrigeration on the top, 2 freezer drawers underneath. This is an option as the main access is in off the Cockpit solar standard. Stick head round light switch. And a beautifully finished engine room. So we're on 1550 horsepower MAN engines here. You can see they're on a straight configuration, so engine through the gearbox and straight shaft. Two 27 kilowatt generators which are stacked above each other there. We're running hydraulic stabilizers, hydraulic thrusters, upgrade to tropical spec air conditioning, which is 165,000 BTU. You can see some storage crates above the engine here, so this one's optional. Has space to put a water maker, all the prep's in for that if you wish to add it. Got the hot water clarifier up top there. You can see all the clinical systems from the electrics here, everything's individually labelled. Chargers and what have you. There's a line frequency converter here for the shore power coming in, and you can see plants over here for the aircon systems, hydraulic packs, etc. Lots of working room. You can see the door up there takes you through to the cockpit sole above us. And you can see the bathroom here for the crew with a shower compartment, etc. So we just pop the hatch here. Come back up into the cockpit here. So you can see we've got the seating in a U-shaped format at the back here. Table leaves obviously close up to give you more of a coffee table style finish in the middle there, and the optional L-shaped seating here in the forward port quarter makes a very social space. Nice little wet bar area here underneath the stairs, so we've got the option for a fridge and an ice maker in here. This is a storage cupboard in the end. Storage lockers underneath the back seats here. As you can see, the doors stacked back here, currently with two either side, but these two panels will also come across to this side, really opening the boat up. So there's a couple of other videos on the channel where you can have a look at how all of that works. And this is the aft galley configuration. So we brought you one of these midsummer last year, which is the first boat we did, went off to the States, and since it's been a hugely popular option, so we decided to build this one for stock in this layout. So with the aft galley, obviously you've got your main saloon living area here forward, and the dinette and the galley, which would normally be sat forward there, switches round. Works really well for an owner operator where the sort of galley has become part of the living space. This particular boat is finished in that lovely silver oak wood. It's very contemporary in here. Little bits of detailing. This is a Bengay wood here on a satin finish. Lots of stainless steel inlaid detail there. Works really nicely with the LED lighting there running through the ceiling. Of course, all dimmable at night. In terms of actual galley configuration, so we've got in terms of actual galley configuration, we've got the crockery set in here. These are all cupboards on this side. This one's a cupboard in from the other side. Glasses we'll have a look at in a sec. Mixture of cupboards and shelves. 1.5 bowl stainless steel sink. You've got a 4-burner ceramic top there with a convection oven underneath. And then a refrigerator and freezer space at the aft end of the galley here. Up top, this one is an extractor, and then we've got some cupboards with the obligatory crockery set. And then over here on the port side, there's a fixed dining table with the linear sofa and the chairs. So very social space. As we come forward, obviously this is done with a Cadorin hardwood floor. Leads through into the saloon area where we've got the U-shaped seating here over on the starboard side. Lovely big deep bases you can see on the cushions here. Loads of head height in here. Even for sort of those over 6'6", I'd say very comfortable for walking around. "55" TV there up on the forward end of the seating, and you can now take in how big these glass windows are. Literally floor to ceiling on the outside decks. Let loads and loads of natural light in. Even with the overhead spots turned off, the boat feels very bright and airy on this rather grey day here in Poole. This boat is literally loaded with all the toys. She's coming in just under £4 million ex-tax. As you see, her base boat starting at 3245 ex-VAT, so we've got a very high spec, big AV, Sonos premium pack, lots of speakers you can see up in the ceiling here, TVs in all the cabins, big navigation pack, so all the things like the tropical spec, aircon we mentioned earlier, what have you. Very little other than the provisioning of personal stores, tender, etc. to get her on the water for the 22 season. So come forward, this is the observation area next to the helm. You can see lots of seating, works really nicely. Let's spin it round if you want to sit and chat to captain here during the day. And just at my eye level, spinning around here, you've got lovely big glass windows. Again, just to watch the world go by when you're running. Optional, so the captain's chair over there is the standard fit with the co-pilot seat as an addition. I think it works really nicely on the bridge area here to have the two. Beautiful Bezanzoni chairs. Just jump up into the seat. It's a really cool place to be. These are proper little ship feel from the bridge. See great visibility all the way around. There's a manoeuvring video on the channel. I'll do a link at the end of the video. Just what these are like in close quarters. Very docile to drive. Really works nicely, those 1550 engines. They get up and go doing about 34 knots flat out. 6,000 litres of fuel on board, 1,400 litres of fresh water. We weigh in about 54 tonnes as she is spec'd up at half load. So in terms of nav kit, premium pack on here. So we've got two 19-inch Simrad and SS displays. This is the typical Sunseeker CM8 monitoring panel that we cover on many of the videos, showing the main controls for generators and electrical systems on board, tank much and what have you. So stabilizer panel, this is engine telemetry. We've got bi-data displays here for autopilot controls and what have you. This is a little remote for the screens themselves up top there. Fly-by-wire throttles. Here's your hydraulic bound stern thruster controls. Also can control the stabilizers from here. The Rexroth Aventix joystick system, so proportional as we've used in some of the docking videos, twisting the top, rotates the boat, pushing it sideways, engaging thrusters, and forward engages engines all at the same time. So it means you don't have to manipulate all of these controls together for those of you less familiar on your close quarters docking. Radio tucked down there, and we've got controls, start, stop, the engines, etc. So everything's nicely to hand as a captain. So nice to have somebody able to sit up alongside you here. And those lovely big triple glass windows, heavy duty washer wiper system means that this is very much a practical boat to use all year round, irrespective of what the weather's like. Just spin around behind us here. This is the side door we mentioned earlier, and that does give access out onto the deck for crew. It perhaps works a little better if you've got the galley forward here, because you can also bring provisions straight into the galley area. But with an aft galley here, you'd be bringing them straight in from the cockpit. Not a problem on an owner-operator boat, but it is on a fully charter spec boat, perhaps slightly better, more conventional galley forward might be the better option. So above us we've got the electric sunroof, again factory option, very common on these days, works really nicely. And you can see some little broken up details on the decor, things like the sort of cappuccino high gloss lacquered panels here and the OptiGrey mirror glass just to give that little bit more feeling of space walking around. Everything's backlit LED lights under the carpets here. Upgrade on the carpet materials themselves. We've got storage cupboards here as we come down the stairs. Little window there, just again a bit more natural light coming in. Again, clever use of the mirrors with that lovely picture frame lighting around the edges. So, master cabin first, arguably the nicest place to be on the boat. And we've got this lovely big, it's a 1.83 metre wide centerline double here with the sofa over on the starboard side. Cupboards for a mixture of things like AV system, storage drawers either side of the bed. And across on the other side, pull out drawers. There's a dressing, vanity station here, all soft close. Lovely inlaid leather here, you can see the exposed stitching. Stand back, you see the blinds. They're manual blinds on this, is an upgrade, potentially to convert to electric if you wish. So very light and airy, modern feeling with this particular colour theme. So ahead of us, sort of mini dressing station. So we've got full height hanging wardrobe, safe of course in there. Christie's towels, boxes of manuals there for the various systems on the boat. Running thwartships here, so this insulates some of the noise from the headboard of the bed into the engine space, just to give you a slightly quieter time if you are running at night with the crew and wanting to sleep. So we've got a thwartships, lovely master bathroom here, his and hers. Sinks, shower down the end here. In that Minerva stone, soaker shower up in the roof there. And lots of storage cupboards. We've got a Tecmo vacuum flush toilet system there. Again, 55-inch TV up on the bulkhead there with a soundbar underneath. Full Sonos system through here. And then leading forward, you see lovely lighting through the corridor, really funky down here. 3 guest cabins. So VIP forward, we'll come to that one in a minute. Start off with this one here on the starboard side, where we've got the fixed double bed. These work really well for charter actually, with the 4 cabins, 4 bathrooms, all en suite. 32-inch telly up on the wall there. Wardrobe, DVD player, what have you up top. So we've got an access door in here to the heads compartment, but also this doubles up as the day head. Heated electric towel rails on the wall there. Just turn the lights on. Good size shower. So this is effectively the 4th bathroom on the boat. Across the corridor here, we've got a pair of twin beds fixed on this particular boat. They are an option if you wish. We can turn these into sliding doubles. See the very neutral colours again, herringbone pattern up there in the bulkhead. Full AV system, and again a private ensuite. And then we come forward, you see some nice detailing here in the doors themselves into the VIP forward guest cabin. So port side here, loads of storage. They're really well cruising boats, these 76s. Always been a very popular size throughout the world. In fact, no real market benefits one over the other. So we've got high level storage up here. Across the other side, 40-inch telly there on the bulkhead. And the lighting making it feel very bright and airy. There's some drawers in the end of the bed. Good size, almost fully rectangular bed up here right in the bow section. And in the corner here, Nice little vanity station. Again, soft close top, a little stool underneath. So we're 23.6 metres, tip to tip, beams 5.95 metres. So let's finish off with a quick look round up on the Flybridge. Looks like the weather's starting to turn here, typical in the UK. How changeable it can be, but nice thing with the Flybridge obviously is the option to go straight downside when the weather turns and drive from that lower helm. You have to excuse if it's got a little windy up here. Do my best with the microphone. So the aft deck here really is a blank canvas. Each owner will have a slightly different use for this. Currently configured with nothing, so there's space to put some nice teak sun lounges. We can retrofit a jacuzzi in here or a crane to take a single jet ski, which means we have to make these aft rails removable. And you can see above the opening centre section there on that hard top, there's a 64 nautical mile 4-foot open array scanner up top there. Often we get asked to fit dummy domes up top there, unless you wish to fit a satellite system. Loads and loads of seating up here. It's a real social area, away from the quayside, nice and private for dining and what have you. Nice little bar area, fully equipped with everything you'd expect, to be honest, up here, with the likes of a griddle, got top loading, decent size cool box there, and then we've got refrigerator, ice maker, storage cupboard and a little sink. Of course, top of the stairs, so very easy for crew or owners bringing provisions up for serving meals and what have you. And here from the helm, again, repeated instrumentation, pair of 16-inch Simrad screens and all of the kit that we saw downstairs at the lower helm. From a docking perspective, you can see somewhat down the stairs there. You see all the way from the stern right across the deck here up onto the bow. And there is a little bit of protection here, just stood at the helm. You can see above me we've got the hardtop structure. Doesn't mean you could drive the boat for docking manoeuvres, certainly protected from the wind and the rain if you so needed to. Very, very easy and docile to manoeuvre these. I'll put the link at the end of the video to show you how it works in the very tight confines of a Swanwick Marina local to us here. The cushions we saw down in the crew cabin earlier are what fill in on the bow here. Refrigerator drawer there. This particular one with the fixed table here as well. And we've got storage under several of these cushions to give you space for things like scuba gear and what have you as required. One of my favourite boats in the range, 76, really, really nice at sea. Very, very good handling with those huge curved vector fin stabilisers. And a perfect proposition for those either starting out or moving up from a smaller yacht wanting to do cruising further afield. And well within the 24-metre load line as such, as a proposition for an owner-operator. Definitely a serious proposition. We can take you up through day skipper, coastal skipper, etc. and get you qualified, or equally find a crew and work as a charter boat, going out around 40 to 45,000 euros a week, high season. Very popular boat in the range for charter, running generally with a crew of 2. Hugely successful in the Med, the Adriatic, etc. So I hope you enjoyed the tour around with us today. I say this particular boat is available and there are ships starting to run down to the bed now, ready for the season. So if you'd like to know any more, as always, it's james@sunseekersouthampton.com or mobiles +44 7747 686 587. Please do get in touch. We can talk about this boat or anything else in the range that's caught your eye, and hopefully we can get you on the water for this year.